You said you could do a slate?
Yeah, I can do that from my end.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Sure, we'll deal with it.
So I'll just leave it on the first shot I want to see. Hey, did I get your name correct? Olodia, good evening. Hi there. Your full name last night, I noticed it's back to Ole de Leon. Hola, Rose, good to see you. Oh no, the slate's not up. Dave, you're already...
Well, yeah.
Oh,
When you start talking.
well, I always talk to people. Good evening, everybody. How are you? Welcome into the Tuesday evening. Oh yeah, the ring light. Yeah, thank you, sir. That's good stuff. Good evening, Debbie. How are you? No, Ole, I want to know if I got your name right. Did I get that right? That was a... I'm already forgetting what... Oliagro? I forget what it is. Hello, Wallace. What's going on? Hey, a Taylor. Wallace Tracy Taylor. You'll be interested to know, Wallace, if you're in the San Antonio... Well, even if you're not. I found there are several Taylors that fought at the Alamo. You might want to look into it. I never have. I should. But from what I understand, I think some of them, if not all of them, were from Tennessee. If that means anything to you. But yeah, pretty interesting. Some Taylors help defend our freedom. Hello, Chris. What's going on? Olegario. There it is. Olegario. Was I saying that correctly? I hope I was. What a great name. My brother's name is Bill. Hey, all right. We got another Bill Taylor. Good evening. Hey, Angelica. Good to see you. Elodia. Lacoste. What's going on, Diane? Oh, nice. Thanks, Ole. But my friends call me Ole. Hi, Cha-Cha. Good to see you. Hey, I want to start out with some of the fun that I had this morning. As you know, I do a segment called Tuesdays with Taylor. So this all started when my oldest was in first grade. I was only going, I have 3 daughters, and when the oldest was in first grade was the first year we did it. So this is like the 17th year. I think I did the math a while back. At least 15 up to, but less than 20. And we were always doing it. I would be on the announcements. I would do the weather. I would answer a weather question, and then I would tell a joke submitted from a kid. And the students would also submit the questions. And it really, it was only at the girls' schools. Like wherever my daughters were going to school, that's where I did it. And then when my youngest got into middle school, I said, okay, I want to keep this in the elementaries. What can I do? How should I do it? Thought of different things. And I said, boy, I mean, being at the school for several weeks is just magic. And so now that's what I do. I go, you know, the semester in an elementary school is 8 or 9 weeks long, the 4 semesters of the school year. So I go to 4 different schools, and I stay at each school for that 8 to 9 week semester. And so right now I'm at Jackson Keller Elementary, and we had a fantastic time. On the left is Rosamilia, and on the right is Mikai. And these were 2 wonderful 4th graders, jackrabbits, as they call them at Jackson Keller. And here's the experiment that we did this morning. We talked about warm air versus cold air. And the way we had this done, it was so cool. Why is this not changing? We'll go to this one. Oh, that's because I wanted to go to that one. We had 2 tubs, one with boiling hot water. We poured in boiling hot water. The other one with ice water with good cubes in there. And we had a I would say a container about this tall with a balloon on the top of it. I say container, it was like really like it was a water bottle with a balloon on top. And so when you put the bottle in the warm, the rising air got inside the bottle and filled the balloon. The balloon would fit, not to where it was big, but it was filling it up where it would stand up a little bit. And then you put it over into the cold air, and you saw the balloon collapse and and to just show rising air versus sinking air. It was just so cool. But yeah, Tuesday with Taylor. Had to show you that. What's up, Kim? Hello, this is here. What's up, Michelle? Good to see you. Oh, you're at Gerlach. Oh, wow. Wallace? Oh, awesome. Very good. Thank you so much for asking. She had a wonderful experience. Once again, the love that pours into those students of 4-H and FFA, I cannot stress it enough. If you have a child that loves agriculture, loves animals, or even loves, if you have a son or daughter who loves to build things and weld and wants to be an ag mechanics, another great program. But raising animals is what my daughter's been doing since freshman year. She's been raising goats and has loved it. And I've watched this young lady mature beyond anything I could imagine. Praise God that she has been, from not, I mean, she wasn't like a complete, introvert or anything. She always a great personality, always willing to talk to people, but her confidence and her, like when I see her talking to adults, she's 16 now, I'm just like, wow, good for you. I mean, just confidence beyond belief. And just going through that program, building the character integrity. But then the way these ranchers and companies pour into these kids on that auction day is just so heartwarming. I mean, every child is really loved, and it's a great program. Goats, pigs, and oh wow, into it deep. What do you get when you cross poison ivy with a 4-leaf clover? A rash of good luck. Yes, a rash of good luck. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Oh, they did it at Madison. Yeah, so the Madison program with Mr. Chumley is what moved to O'Connor. And now Mr. Chumley, who just retired, they've now named, it's called the Ag Science and Technology Academy of O'Connor. It's a magnet school. So my daughter won't graduate from O'Connor. She'll graduate from what's called ASTA, Ag Science and Technology Academy. So yeah, cool stuff. Oh, thanks, Debbie. I love doing it. I've got too many teachers in my family, including now my oldest daughter's studying to be a teacher. She'll be graduating soon. All right, warm air today. Look at this, 93s at Pearsall and Cotulla both today. Are you serious right now? 86 at Hondo, 84 Seguin, 85 Kerrville. So Kerrville, Fredericksburg, warmer than Seguin and New Braunfels today. We stopped at 84. And we should have stopped about 17 degrees or so before that. Here comes a plane landing at San Antonio. One's on the runway, got another one coming in. So 14 degrees above average and 10 away from a 1940 record, 94. So it has been a lot hotter on this day. All right, so let's talk about this because we've got some big changes coming, okay? I've not seen you on. Oh, yeah, no, hey, Edwin. Good to see you, bro. It's been hit and miss. We had some technical problems, but we got that all solved too. So good. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. And so we've had a ridge of high pressure in control, and what's starting to set up is what we call a southwest flow. And you can see from Mexico, the Pacific, the upper level wind streaming in our direction. This could bring in a disturbance or two as early as tomorrow and tomorrow night. Now those will be smaller lived episodes, okay, before we get a surface front in here and this low really comes in with some energy. Watch what I'm talking about. So again, could get a couple of waves, and we'll look at that in a moment on future radar. But that's essentially the setup that you see is that southwest flow. Embedded in that flow, a couple of upper air disturbances that could produce some rain by tomorrow night. Nothing widespread, nothing flooding, but just some good beneficial rains we need. Then look at this low, deepening, as we get into Thursday mainly, is right there. When we ever see these upper level lows set up shop right there on the Panhandle, West Texas, that southeast quadrant of the low, that's a real high energy spot. That's where a lot of instability lives. And with that kind of lift and instability in the atmosphere coming in, we're going to have some pretty good directional shear. We're going to have some pretty good dynamics in place for severe weather. Now, the closer you are to the low, the more likely you're going to see severe weather. So let's watch what we expect to see this low do. It doesn't move much farther south. Notice the action now. It's moving east towards Dallas, not south. It's not too deep. We've seen lows, and we'll get some, especially once we get to spring. that drop much farther south, come down even as south as far as Mexico and come right through us, okay? And that's when we'll have a higher threat of severe weather. But for this one, you can see that the main low is still well to our north. This is early Friday. So with that comes the highest potential for severe weather, and that's going to be off to the north and east, okay? The latter of which will be more likely, the east. So there it is. By this time tomorrow night, look at this cluster this is the IBM model, and we're going to take a look at a couple of models, because what I like to really do is compare contrast. Get the second opinion, get the third opinion. We've got several operational models that we use. You look at which ones are initializing best, which is going to mean what model's doing the best with the current situation. Well, it's going to be a little difficult now because we don't have any rain to look at. Usually rain's the best litmus test, like if the radar is doing a good job with rain on the radar, then maybe that's good to trust it for. But we don't have that opportunity tonight. Do you think we will get colder days before the real summer hits? We could, Chris. I don't count it out. We've had too many good fronts in March, and we just start March tomorrow. We've had a freeze as late as April, so we definitely don't. Hey Sharon, how are you? Good to see you. Billy Bob, rodeo time. I was doing rodeo weather for a full month. I was Billy Bob. Cold weather for spring break. Wintry mix North Texas. A little early to call that one, James. We're still 2 weeks out, so I would definitely not put any bank into models right now. Those are, long-range models can change in a heartbeat. Want to have a garage sale on Saturday? Should we still plan on having it? Absolutely. Beautiful weather Saturday, Wallace. No worries there. Kerrville's here. What's up, Steven? What is up? Hola, Ana. What's the weather on Friday? Weekend, no more cold? No, weekend's beautiful. But we're going to have a little rough entry into the weekend on Thursday, perhaps. Oh, thank you, Jacob. Good to see you, buddy. Tomorrow night, I don't think so. What we're looking at shouldn't be severe. The severe threat is going to be on Thursday evening, okay? So what this system does is, like I said, it develops, see, that southwest flow. So these storms will start southwest of us, Pearsall, Cotulla, and then come into our area about this time tomorrow night, okay? Again, according to the IBM model. We'll take a look at some others. We had sleet on Easter. Yeah, see? I mean, it can definitely be late. So I hate to give it the, we're all clear and, not just yet. All right, so that cluster moves through by midnight. Maybe another one overnight heading into the 2, 3 a.m. hour. What's good is that these move through quickly. They will be heavy rain pockets according to this, which will be very beneficial, and it's best if those move out quickly and don't cause any flood issues. Okay, now, this is what we're expecting to occur Thursday, because now it comes into the mix. You got the upper level dynamic I showed you. The dew points have really gone up, so we've got a good ripening atmosphere. Dew points will be in the mid-60s out ahead of this system. So now the system pushes a Pacific front through. That surface feature, the cold front, now is the catalyst for that lift and the focal point for the storms to start lining up. So you start getting a good line of storms develop. And they start right here, about 5:30 Thursday. And notice how they'll start growing south as we get into about 6:30 into northern Bexar County. And then it's not until about 7, but it really doesn't happen. Like if you're in Hondo, Pearsall, Cotulla, you don't get any of this. It develops right on top of Bexar County and then really strengthens east of 281. So notice Floresville, Seguin, New Braunfels, San Marcos, now moving into Gonzales by 8 o'clock. This is when we really have to watch these storms, okay, is when it starts getting into that deeper moisture and you start getting more dynamic lift and you get some good forcing with the front and the Gulf. And so that definitely is where we have a higher risk of severe weather. So let me break that down. This is a Severe Prediction Center that puts this out, and this is day 3. So this is looking at Thursday evening. Okay, we're in day 1. Tomorrow's day 2. So that's why this is day 3. God bless you. And so as we push into Thursday evening, right, and just kind of zoom in here, a 1 out of 5 risk. That's going to be San Antonio, New Braunfels, Boerne, Seguin, San Marcos. Austin's right on the cusp of a 2 out of 5. And then the 3 out of 5 for Waco and good portions of East Texas. And that does extend far enough north to Dallas, by the way. So 3 out of 5, an enhanced risk of damaging sized hail, wind speeds of 60 plus, isolated tornadoes. All 3 will definitely be in the mix for this. I beg my friends in Cali, send me their west stuff. Oh, Debbie, see? Careful what you wish for, right? But we need it, and this is a West Coast storm that's, it's going to pack a punch. I mean, a lot of the nation, you're going to see a lot of headlines written by this storm. Hey, Paul, how you doing, buddy? Esmeralda, thank you very much. Blessings to you as well. What about the weekend weather? Looking fantastic. Oh, definitely, Stephen. Yep, it's going to be a great weekend. Whoa, why'd that change? Okay. Yeah, great looking weekend. You too, Leticia. Have a blessed night. I'm doing good, Kim. Thanks. Years back. Easter. All right. So with that said, now this is not a model. This is the Severe Prediction Center. I want to go back to our model, and I want to go in and take a look at what the other models are saying. Are we getting a model consensus, or is this what we just looked at, the IBM, out on its own with that prediction? Let's find out. I was walking by the fridge last night, and I thought I could hear the Spring Onions singing a Bee Gees song. Turns out it was just the chives. Okay, that's a really good one. I'm going to screenshot that because I can't wait to say that. They're very busy right now because there's some breaking news they're working on. I don't want to interrupt them. But I cannot wait to tell Ray Silva's going to love that joke. All right, so the NAM. I really like the NAM 3 kilometer. Does a really good job. See, now it says there's a little light rain in Hondo. We know that's not true. But let's move this forward. Okay, so overnight tonight. No. So the NAM is out to lunch a little bit on what's happening in the next 24 hours, so we certainly can't trust it moving. But it does, okay, 6 p.m., 6:30. Boy, it doesn't bring in the Wednesday night rain, or does it? Just in a different form, or what? No, nothing. Look at that. So it might be out to lunch on what happens overnight tonight, which I do think low clouds, fog tomorrow morning. Don't forget, okay? There will be some fog tomorrow morning, but no rain, just maybe a light drizzle. Okay, interesting. Notice that again, it lines up perfectly with the timing of the IBM. Debbie, right? He's on he brought his A game tonight. Way to go, David. And so yeah, see that lines up with what we saw. All right, that's the NAM. The other one we like to look at is the HRRR, rapid refresh. Let's go to this one, 3 kilometer. We want to go to the higher resolution models now. When I say 3 kilometer, that's the grid in which this model's forecasting. So it's within a 3 kilometer box is the grid, on a grid. Like if you imagine just a grid sheet, they're drawn by 3 kilometer squares. That's the forecast area. Okay, you can go to 20. You go to 20 kilometer. The GFS and the European, they're global models. They're much larger scale like that. So these high resolution models, as you get inside of 48 hours from the event, are what's best to use. All right, so Wednesday night, once again, we're in the morning. Wednesday night, nothing. Well, this doesn't go out that far too. So let's go to let's see if the extended does. Okay. Wednesday morning, and again, that could be just some drizzle with the morning fog. I mean, you know how that goes. I always consider fog a form of precipitation. I mean, we're literally we're condensing, and it does stick to things, and you get a little bit of drizzle. So typically, fog is a form of precipitation, if you ask me. Did you ask me? I don't think I saw that question. All right, so here we go into Thursday night, and let's see what it's got. Oh, it stops right there. It doesn't go that far out. Okay, close. But it looked like it was starting to form it a little bit, so we'll call that a victory. 3 for 3. We could take a look at the European 9 kilometer. Wednesday evening, it gives it a little bit of rain there, like, okay, so that one lines up with it, and then there's the storms. Boy, so the timing, I I would just about bank between 5 and 8 p.m. on Thursday is definitely going to be our window of opportunity. So I'm going to stick with the IBM because it did a good job with that. Just don't remember if it was the 3 or 4. Let me see which one I had, 3 or 4. Oh, I know how to do that. Just don't save changes. Okay, so there you have it. Now, let's take a look at what kind of impact behind this front, okay? Out ahead of it, we're going to get warm, okay? I'm concerned about Greenville. My baby daughter and her family lives there. Okay, Esmeralda, please let them know what's coming. We've got 2 good days for them to prepare to make sure they have a local app. Remind me where Greenville is near where? You know, the closest big city, download the local television app. If you let me know what city they're near, I'll tell you who will give them the best coverage there, because I know a lot of Texas meteorologists. Anyway, the most important thing, though, is for your family to stay weather aware, as I call it, okay? Just pay attention and have a plan. All right, Diane, see you at 10. I'm so glad. Hondo, no. Lindsay, west of any severe threat, not in the mix. Maybe some of the thunderstorms tomorrow night, if we do get that little cluster to come together, like the model indicated, then maybe tomorrow night's 30% chance. That's why I say it's a better chance Thursday night. And I'll be honest with you, with what I just saw, I'm taking that up to 50% now because all those models agree, maybe even 60. So let's go, let's see. Yeah, right here. We'll go 50. I'll wait till I see the models tomorrow. We still got another day. Because 48 hours, you know, a lot can change tomorrow in the dynamics of the atmosphere. All right, so the 7-day forecast. 7-day forecast is showing you that the temperatures are crazy the next 2 days. I mean, remember, we're supposed to be stopping at 70, and we might hit 90 on Thursday afternoon. And out ahead of any system like this, the atmosphere loves to heat up in that, you know, kind of that cold front, that prefrontal warming. All right, there's a little bit of forcing in the atmosphere, a little compression, and it heats things up just a tad. So 88 to 89 next 2 afternoons. Keep in mind that there will be some fog tomorrow morning. Let's take a quick look at visibility. We'll get back to that 7-day in a moment. I do want to see where the most fog is expected to develop tomorrow. In case you're out early driving, let's take a look. Okay, hill country, much different than this morning. So this morning was south and southeast. This fog is really looking to focus in the hill country. 6 a.m., 7 a.m., a little more thick in San Antonio as well, up until about 10:30. So now you know. Good stuff. I love that model. And it usually does a pretty good job on fog. Fog's one of the most difficult things to forecast as far as, you know, how much develops, how long it stays. Very windy Thursday, okay? Behind this Pacific front, we're going to have a pretty big fire weather threat across most of West Texas and even here as dew points drop, and the wind's going to go 30 to 40. Big winds are coming Thursday. Still windy on Friday, still breezy on Saturday. But notice that the temperature drops will bring us some cold mornings. 49 Friday, mid-40s over the weekend. Afternoons are recovering nicely into the mid-70s. Beautiful weather for the first weekend of March. But definitely windy getting there, and some pretty good storms are in the forecast for Thursday night. Julie, you still good or no? It's okay. All right. I got the call, so you know what's going to happen now? We're checking with Julie on what's coming up on KENS 5 News at 10. We're checking with Julie on what's coming up in KENS 5 News. I'm talking KENS 5 News on a Tuesday night. It is KENS 5 News at 10. I asked only because, Julie, I noticed, I mean, things are getting kind of hectic and busy over there.
It's looking a little busy. Right now we're following an apartment complex fire. We have our crew headed there right now.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
right.
so
Prayers go out to the families of that complex, that they're safe. Lord protect them. All right. Well,
Yes.
what is coming up besides our breaking news coverage off the top of the show? Big show at 10 tonight.
So tonight we also, we have a full crew tonight. We have Matt Houston headed out to the scene of the fire right now. Henry Ramos is anchoring our show
Henry's on
tonight.
the
He's
desk.
filling in.
We love you, ECs, and praying for a quick recovery. Not
Yes, for
feeling
sure.
well?
Yes, and then we also have Hannah Tita. She's covering a woman and a dog attacked by another dog. So
No, not another dog attack.
yes. So this time, the woman, she just was released from the hospital. Unfortunately, her dog, Chihuahua mix named Baby, did not make it. Right, but we have that, and this happened just 2 days before the attack on Friday.
Oh my God.
Right, so we do have that. Hannah's going to cover that for us tonight. But we have Marvin in the show as well.
Marvin Hurst.
Yes, with the Together We Rise piece, and you're going to have to watch
Look,
tonight at 10 to get the
Do
full
not miss
story.
a Marvin Hurst piece, and I'm really not playing. One of the finest journalists in this city. Emmy
Very
winner,
true.
phenomenal man, and an incredible storyteller. Don't miss Marvin Hurst. Yeah.
Yes, please
Good
don't
stuff
miss
tonight.
tonight's piece. It's good, really
Beautiful.
great.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's a good show. That's a good show. I'll tell you what. Keep the kids up tonight for that one. Phone the neighbors. Make sure they're watching. And we're going to have highlights of the experiment I told you about, too. Tuesday with Taylor highlights. Come on. Don't miss the 10 tonight. If you do miss the 10 tonight, make sure you've got the KENS 5 Plus. KENS 5 Plus is a wonderful app on the Roku, the Fire Stick, I believe, as well. And we put all our newscasts on there, plus a lot of special reports that we don't put on the air, that are longer versions of things, all available at the KENS 5 Plus app. So that's not an app for your phone, it's an app for your Roku on television. So yeah, temperatures are spring-like. I won't say summer because it's hinting, this is kind of a May to June, like early June, we can hit mid to upper 80s easily. And that'll be the case. Hi, Lori. I know, right, Debbie? I mean, VFW halls across the country. What do you think? We got Dave on tambourine. We got Julie. I tell you what, it's a show. I tell you, I think we get a sponsor. Hi, Grace. Hail's possible, Joe. I mean, small hail in that 2 area and 3 area that I showed you farther east. I'm going to say Cuero, Gonzales. It's not going to be San Antonio in that 2 out of 5. Austin could see some larger hail. Thanks, Debbie. See, we already got a groupie. We got a roadie. I love it. Thank you, Esmeralda. Yes. Late to the party. When is the severe stuff possible in SA? No problem, Vanessa. Thursday evening between 5 and 7, 8 p.m. 5 to 8 p.m. Thursday. Okay? Could see some rain tomorrow night. Lower chance, but a better chance Thursday evening and Thursday night. But one line, okay? Once we get to, say, 9 p.m. Thursday, we're done. No, not Hondo. And, yeah, Esmeralda, let me know. Did you tell me where? Fort Worth. Okay. Channel 8. Channel 8 Dallas, WFAA. Pete Delkus and his team, phenomenal. I know them. I trust them. And then also, there's a great young man. Ready? North Texas. Let me look this up real quick. It's going to take a North Texas weather. And he's a young man that is a meteorologist, guru. I follow this kid because my daughter goes to UNT. So I always watch North Texas weather closely, and they're in the 3 out of 5. So it's important that she knows this North Texas kid. I've got to see what his handle is. Hold on. North Texas Weather Center. North Texas Weather Center is the name of the Facebook account. Follow him. He's fantastic. Kid is, a little weather prodigy. He's unbelievable. All right, that's going to wrap things up from here on this evening. Good evening, Linda. Esmeralda, yeah, thank you. Okay, great. You got all the info.